Hello everybody, another video on account of this has come up for me a lot in the last kind of few months, and it came up again in my last video. It's regarding Hierarchical Think, which is a major program that runs the show throughout society, the system. It is the ultimate tool of the divide and conquer, and it needs to be addressed. It's all part of the inward journey and the awareness of, how we've been manipulated to think and to feel and to behave in so many ways that are really, really toxic to us and to other souled beings, right? Nature, animals, people. All souled beings in this place, in this realm, are made to feel worthless and powerless, right? That through the guilt, the shame. And then we are put in the hierarchy prison, as symbolized. They've usurped this, by the way, obviously, but it's symbolized by the pyramids, right? It's a bit like, in Harry Potter, where Voldemort and his minions put this great big hideous pyramidic sculpture in the Ministry of Magic at the end, remember? Where the non-magical folk, the muggles, are at the very bottom being crushed by, the magical people. And it is actually, they put that in films on purpose because, of course, they're trying to tell us this. You see, they're trying to tell us this. So I've made notes on account of it's quite a complex sort of thing. And I'm very tired. So hierarchy divides and conquer, right? This is an absolute fact. So it subjugates us, it isolates us, and it creates an almost kind of like a silent battle, a silent competition that goes on between people, between animals, between, nature. All soul beings are in perpetual competition with one another. So that you won't be consciously aware of this until you do your inner work and it becomes clear to you what's going on. But you need to pay attention to yourself, to how you're feeling. You need to be present in your daily interactions, right, with other people, or even with your animals for that matter. Whether that's online or whether that's face-to-face in the workplace, in your neighborhood, in your family, right? So what happens is when you first meet people, generally the question asked is, oh, what do you do for a living, right? This is one of these really horrible questions that are asked to ascertain where in the hierarchy the person you're dealing with is. So if this person says, well, I'm a doctor, and you're a shop assistant, you immediately you put in your place. You get that feeling of, oh, I am less than him or her, yeah? If you are asking that question, somebody says, oh, I'm unemployed and I'm on benefits, and you're a shop assistant, immediately this feeling of, oh, I'm better than you then. So you get a kind of envy, which is because you have this, I'm worthless, I'm less than you, the doctor or the dentist or whatever, the scientist, whatever, status. They're on a higher level in the pyramid, they have better status, so their worth is more than mine. So when you are present, when you are in awareness, you hear these thoughts almost reverberate throughout your being, followed by feelings of envy, which is basically worthlessness. Oh, I'm less than. I'm not as valuable as this individual because they have money and they have status and they have admiration or they have fame, this and the other. You know, they are more accepted, they have more safety, they have more security, they're better than me, right? There is the person that is below you. There is a kind of almost like an energy of disdain of how, well, at least I'm better than you. At least I have more value, more safety, more security than you, right? Click, dopamine. So that's that. There is a silent battle and a silent competition going on. People are either above you or they are below you, or you get people that are sort of on the same level of the pyramid that you are at. But even there is the silent battle and the silent competition, because something may happen whereby they enter a higher or lower level than you, and that will affect the relationship that you have with them. And then at any rate, ask yourself, how many people do you know that have very good, true soul friends? People that really get it, people that are awake, people that are really doing that inner work, that you can really be real with and genuine with. Because in my long life, I have not really seen many people having good friendships, real, genuine soul connections. I have not really seen that. This world is heavily infected with this hell contagion, and it has manipulated everything. It's turned it all into a fucking sewer. It really has, energetically. I see a lot of people falling out. I see a lot of people working out that I thought this was my friend, but this person was a covert narcissist, and they've, whatever. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of truth being revealed, and so a lot of relationships that people thought were good and valid and viable and whatnot were nothing of the kind. So what constitutes a good friendship? A good relationship is where two people are awakening, truly awakening, truly doing their inner work. When they are given information, like I spoke about in my last video, about get out of hierarchy, think, get out of it. Be in awareness. Some people will get angry at me having said that because they don't want to go there. They don't want to do the inner work. It's that they just want to stay in that place. They don't want to know. They get angry. A true friend is somebody who hears that and goes, you know what, I'm going to go away and think about that, mull over that. And they will come to the conclusion that it's the truth. Because we are all, I was going to say we're all guilty of it, but I don't like that word. We all do it, right? I am as much, I do it as well. I mean, about 10 years ago, I met somebody online, a lady who did, some sort of healing work. And I did a session with her and we sort of became friends, She was in America, I'm here, so it's always a bit difficult anyway, but we kind of became friends. But I had this, without even being aware of it at all, I kind of put her on a pedestal. She had her own home, she was in a higher echelon within the pyramid than me. She was more psychologically sound, I think, than I was at the time as well. So came across as more confident, more settled, more safety, more security, this sort of thing. But the truth was that there was a lot going on. She had a thyroid condition. some sort of autoimmune thing. Her husband was diabetic and had major psychological issues. Her life was far from perfect. She, her father was a narcissist. Her mother was emotionally unstable and very demanding of her. There was a lot going on. But it never really occurred to me to have empathy and understanding for her in that way. Because I was then, 10 years ago, in that state of self-absorption caused by worthlessness, caused by trauma, and I put her on a pedestal, and I'm amazed that we stayed friends, really, because my ability to have empathy for her and to reciprocate and have a reciprocative relationship with her was not very good at all. So it was really more of a case of her giving a lot of support to me and me receiving from her, but not really giving much back. But I learned a hell of a lot from this lady, a hell of a lot, and to this day I'm deeply, deeply grateful to her for all the things that she taught me. She truly is a remarkable individual. She taught me very, very, very much about self-worth and about, oh God, so much, and I'm deeply grateful to her. And it's in part due to my knowing her, my relationship with her and what she taught me, that I'm able to sit here and do this video, See, we automatically, subconsciously put people, we either look up to people or we look down to people, and when we are with people that we consider or feel to be on the same level as us, there's still always this kind of silent battle going on. There just is. We are isolated. This is how it divides us. This is how it isolates us. This is how, there is envy or there is disdain. It's software that has been installed into our very psyche. It's fueled by our continual need to establish that we are worthy, that we are because we are so inherently programmed to feel powerless and worthless and unsafe and unfree and unloved, you see. So we're perpetually trying to get that back. I want that back. I want safety, freedom, love, belonging, communion, that which is good, that which is truly, that which is really me, that which is rightfully mine, you see. And of course we're going about it all completely in the wrong way. We are surrounded by the mundane reality reinforcement officers devaluing us. The narcissists, the sociopaths, the psychopaths, the black-eyed demons. People with no empathy, people who will want to take from you, receive from you, but who have no empathy for you. So that doesn't always mean somebody is a narcissist. I've just told you about my journey, and if you look at society, again a really shitty word, the panopticon, and you witness how it works, how you get all these so-called teachers and gurus. You go to, say, a place like India, and you get all these different clans and all these different sort of groups that belong to different gurus with different notions about this, that and the other, and oh, guru this and guru that, and they have pictures of the guru on their car, and it's all about, oh, if you, I mean, they're almost deified. And I don't imagine for even a moment that it would occur to any of these people to think, well, this guru whose picture is on the dashboard of my car has a life, has kidney disease or a heart condition or whatever, and I feel empathy for his or her struggles. No, because they've put that individual on a pedestal, yeah? Because that is how we are indoctrinated to think and to feel, and it's way more than it's beyond thinking and feeling. It's energetic, right? It's very, very, very toxic. It's very toxic, and it's all to do with the hierarchy. They are above you, right? Now, that's what I mentioned in my video. I mean, I know that my YouTube channel is just a small little YouTube channel. I don't, it's not fancy, I'm not glossy, I don't live in a mansion by the sea in Sedona. I'm not like that at all, and I'm not a teacher and I'm not a guru, but that does not mean that I am worthless. Do you see what I mean? It's what it's dressed up to be: celebrity culture, beauty, status, possessions. It's all about what it looks like, but it's not about what it is in its essence. Yeah? It's not about that. No. It's not about truth. It's not about freedom. It's not about liberation and healing and love and goodness and belonging and coming back into wholeness with self and thus with other souled beings. This is how evil operates. This is what it needs and this is what it wants. So when you tell people the truth, and 10 years ago somebody would have come to me and said, you know, Annika, you're actually being quite selfish. Do you realize that her life is actually really quite tough? That she's going through a lot, and that you're quite needy and quite feedy and quite selfish? I might have reacted with anger, with rancor. I might have gotten angry. What the fuck are you on about? How dare you, blah. But it would have been the fucking truth. Not because I'm a narcissist or anything like that, but because I'm traumatized and I'm not aware of myself. Because I'm not, as yet, I was already doing inner work. And in fact, my inner work deepened and gained traction because of this lady, right? She's an amazing individual. I hope she's alright. Because we kind of lost touch by the by, and I think there's something going on, but it's, you know. But, you know, it's whether you want to hear the truth, it's whether you want to do the work of self-liberation, it's whether you want to address your hierarchical think, it's whether you want to realize that, you know what, you may feel somebody is better than you, but they're not. You may feel somebody is less than you, but they're not. All souled beings are intrinsically valuable. We've been choreographed into hierarchical divide and conquer think. We've been programmed to think that if somebody's really, really pretty, they're better than somebody who isn't. That somebody who is young is better than somebody who isn't. That somebody who's rich is better than somebody who's poor. That somebody who is gay is better than somebody who is straight. Or that somebody who's straight is better than somebody who's gay. That women are better than men and men are better than women. That the English are better than the Saudis. Religion, right? Money, all the whole system is permeated with this toxic divide and conquer hierarchical programming, right? It is so it's way beyond mind, emotion, behavior. It's subtle as fuck, really, really subtle, and I still experience it myself. I do, and then but I'm aware of it in myself. I'm aware. Oh wow, I'm doing it again. it's like when you deal with doctors, when you deal with dentists, when you deal with, right? And it's like, oh, you immediately, you can feel it, that feeling of, oh, they're better than me. You almost find yourself, there's a place within you where you find yourself almost cowering, like, oh, we're not worthy. Fear, there's fear there because you feel this person has power over you. They do, right? It's all about how much power do you have, how much influence do you have, right? And of course we are living in a world that, like in my video, why you are surrounded by the NPCs, everything is interspersed very carefully. This is all choreographed. I mean, stop and ponder a moment where you're at, where you live, how you live, and that you are probably surrounded by non-souled toxic individuals that reinforce the hierarchies, the non-safety, the fear, this person is above me, that person is below me, and I'm frightened of authority figures, all this type. It's reinforced continuously. This is why I call the NPCs the mundane reality reinforcement troops or officers, because that's what they are. They're there to keep you stuck in the hierarchical thing. Okay? And I mean, yeah, some of you listening to my videos may well be, I highly doubt it actually, but you never know. You might be a doctor, you might be a dentist, you might be financially viable, successful, right? And despite that, you may be on your awakening journey doing your inner work. I mean, personally, any real soul traveler, I feel, and I could be completely wrong about that, will not really have experienced that type of dynamic in life. Most likely you've been through it and it's been really, really horrible. And then again, you know, some people are financially stable, but there are other areas of their life where they are not, and where they are on the fire. I mean, I can really only talk about my own life experience, and so I can, perhaps my perspective can be a little narrow in that sense, and I'm aware of that. So again, you see, this is what it is to go within, is to become aware of your own perceptions, your own perspectives, your own behavior, your own thoughts, your feelings, your body. What is my body telling me? What is my intuition telling me? What will I choose today? What intentions will I set today? Will I reject this and get angry at this person telling me this and carry on doing what I've always done, thus getting what I've always gotten? Or can I change direction and address my hierarchical thing? Right? Because people that are stuck in hierarchical think are generally going to be quite selfish in a way. And I find that most normies, soul people, but normies are inherently self-interested, but not in a healthy way. They're self-interested only because they feel worthless and powerless. They will take, but they won't really give much back. They don't know anything about reciprocation. This is all trauma, and it isn't really their fault, but it's very unpleasant and isn't correct at all. How many people have good, warm, reciprocative relationships in this world? I have not witnessed much of that type of dynamic. I know it probably exists, but there's not a lot of it at all. We're meant to be distorted and dysfunctional. We're meant to abuse ourselves and to abuse each other. We're meant to put some people on pedestals thinking they don't have any needs, or that their needs are irrelevant, or not to be even aware of the fact that they have needs, because you want to receive from them. Gimme, 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 gimme. And it never occurs to you to give anything back. Or look at people that are below us with some sort of disdain. Well, look at that. It's like a neighbour of mine on benefits who is very abusive to her children, and I can think all kinds of things about that. I can judge her, pigeonhole her. It's sick and demonic, no doubt about it, absolutely. But people are traumatized, man. Very, very, very fucking traumatized, and it will affect their behavior. My mother was an absolute devil, absolutely. But there was a soul there. And it's possession. What can I say? I think we are all possessed in a way. And I think this is a factor that's missed. It's something that people don't want to think about. We don't want to go there. We don't, but we are. There is something in our consciousness, right, that is evil and dark and twisted and distorted. And it wants to live. And this now is the great purge. It's the purification. And to that end, we need to face, we need to stop and face and feel and transmute what is going on. We need to understand about the hierarchical thing, the divide and conquer. It's important, you know. You know, we don't want celebrity culture. We don't want shiny, perfect people that probably aren't even fucking real. Whatever that is, however that is. Because whatever we call laughingly reality is not what it appears to be at all. It never fucking was, people. We've been lied to, we've been had in every imaginable way. It is unbelievable. It's a shock to the system. It really just is. All souled beings are equally valuable, are unique. Every single souled being is one of a kind, is unique. Yes, valuable, regardless of their life experience. It's easy to dislike or even hate those who have had it so easy when you've had it so hard, you know. It's easy to think of those who are really, really struggling, who are homeless, who are drug addicted, trapped in prostitution, whatever, who are fucked up, to think as worthless. It's easy to dispense with compassion, with empathy for others, when you have no compassion or empathy for yourself. When you have that thing in your head telling you what a worthless piece of shit you are, how powerless you are. And oh, look at that fucker over there, man. Look at them. They're disgusting. You're better than that. Click. Right? Look at him. Oh, doctor. Ooh, tower. Ooh, they have power. They're more powerful than me. I don't feel safe. I'm worthless. I'm powerless. Right? This dynamic, wow, it's insidious. It's an infection. And it's how the system works, right? Even the bureaucracy of the system works to intimidate you, to manipulate you, to choreograph you into a state of, I don't know, of fucking terror, fear. Expect the worst. Hierarchy is the divide and conquer mechanism, right? It sets us all apart, it isolates us, it makes us view one another in a negative, inherently distorted way. And it spreads like a sickness. we need to address this within ourselves. We need to become aware of what's being done here, what it is, why it is. I mean, this is only a tiny part of a much, much bigger picture, no doubt, about it. And if any more information comes up from within me, that however, then I will do a video about it. But I just felt I wanted to address it because, you know, it's so, people are so easily offended. Especially, you know, when you talk the truth, because yeah, the truth hurts. It does hurt. I've been told the truth many times in my life, and I have been riled. I've gotten angry, and then I've realized that the truth may have upset me and it may have hurt me, but I can choose to allow it to set me free. You see, we are triggered all the time. More now than ever before, we are so triggered. And of course, we're really wounded, right? We're really traumatized. This is going to come up. I mean, it's the same for me, right? That whole hierarchical thing and putting people on pedestals, or just not being aware that this person whose YouTube videos I watch, that I enjoy and that I get a lot from, is out there in this, whatever the fuck this is, going through it as well, right? Empathy, I feel that. That is wholesome, that is truth, that is organic. To realize that the person that you receive goodness from via YouTube videos is similar to you, a souled being going through this incredibly difficult, painful experience, and just happens to do YouTube videos. They're not above you, they're not below you, they're just there doing that because they feel like doing that. It's rewarding for them, and they hope it's rewarding for you. It's about partly establishing good, wholesome, warm, reciprocative, loving communion. Right? It's about fueling, healing back to goodness, to magical well-being, which is rightfully ours. Because you see, the thing is here, what they've done, it's like I said it in my last video, the amounts of people that are called Mark or Tracy or Bob or Anika, whatever, we've been made to feel like conveyor belts, generic nothings. Because you see, the Matrix and its minions, the mundane reality reinforcement officers, the NPCs, absolutely fucking hate us. You know this because they make that very clear. That attitude they have, right? They don't like us. They don't like us because we are everything they are not. They are dead and nothing. We are alive and we are individuated. And it's more than that. You see, this place has made us feel like I've just been going on about worthless and powerless and dirty and sinful and deserving of misery and suffering, perpetually terrified and waiting for something else to happen, and frightened of each other or disdainful of each other, yeah, or we either adulate, oh, the celebrities, and oh, isn't she amazing, and isn't she this, and it's oh, and oh, I wish I was like that, or oh, I'm so glad I'm not like that. The truth is that our true being, who and what we truly are, has been completely hidden from us has been covered by a layer of abject filth. Truly it has. What you think you are is not at all what you are. What I think I was, I am not. It isn't just that we are valuable and beautiful and all that. We are something incredible. We are beings of light, of love. And those are just words. And that's not gonna show you that. That's not gonna show me that. That is not, those are just words. That's just a mental plane notion. Anyone can say, well, you know how they do this in the world. They do this all the time. They say, oh, just be your, and you go for a fucking job interview because you have to pay to live, and you don't want this fucking job, but you have to go there and you have to pretend, because they ask you these fucking questions like, why do you want to work here? And you have to pretend that you really fucking want to work there, when in fact you don't. And it's like your friend will say to you, oh, just be yourself. Life is full of fucking platitudes and utter fucking garbage and bullshit on the fucking daily. And that is a continual reinforcement of the trauma. And it's a mockery and it's evil. We know that, right? But behind that wall of filth lies the true essence of what we really are and were all along. And I feel with all my being that we are going to discover more and more and more of that innate goodness and incredibleness and magic that lies within us, alright? So go within and have a really good thorough look at that hierarchical programming, that divide and conquer programming. Examine all of that with a fine-tooth comb, right? All my love to all of you. Bless you.